We are following new developments this morning at the civil fraud trial here in New York against Donald Trump, his company, and two of his sons. Don Jr. is scheduled to take the stand today, followed by his brother Eric, and next week their sister Ivanka and Donald Trump himself are expected to testify under oath. We want to turn to NBC's senior legal correspondent, Jarrett. Laura, good morning. So,
hi, guys.
Here you have the family members and the defendants in this case, several of them coming and taking the witness stand. What do you expect here, and what's the importance of this testimony?
So what's unusual about this is that the attorney general who brought the case is actually calling them to the witness stand in her case in chief. Sometimes you see this, it's known as an adverse witness or even a hostile witness, and she knows they're not going to buy into her story. They think they didn't commit fraud, obviously, but she wants to put them on the stand so that the judge who's deciding this can hear those testimonies, can hear their side of it, and make a credibility determination.
Before you go on, I mean, let's just make it clear. People are probably used to criminal trials where a defendant cannot be forced to take the stand. It's a bedrock principle.
Yep.
In a civil trial, a defendant can be forced to testify.
Can be forced to testify. And if they decided not to, for whatever reason, answer a question because they were worried about implicating themselves criminally, that could be used against them as a negative inference. And that would be something to watch here, because before, remember, all of these people have been deposed before. And there have been times where the former president declined to answer things, times where he didn't. So we'll see what he does now that he's on the actual stand.
And as you mentioned, this is a bench trial. That means the judge is going to decide everything. In point of fact, the judge has already decided that
core of the case,
the Trump defendants are liable, and it's really a question of what's the penalty going to be. So what's the point of this testimony from the Attorney General's point of view?
Because there's still some remaining straggler claims about false statements, insurance fraud, and also the judge does need to make a determination as to each defendant. So is Mr. Trump liable himself? Should his kids actually face liability? They're saying they didn't know anything about the false statements on financial statements. So perhaps the judge could actually decide some of the defendants are liable, maybe just the company and not the individuals. We'll have to see.
And this is the same judge that the former president got crosswise with last week, where he was forced to the stand because of threats that the judge felt Trump was making against his law clerk.
That's what's so unusual about this, is the same person who's deciding what the penalty should be, who has the ability to take away his power from his namesake company. He's also attacked him repeatedly, which the judge actually isn't taking issue with, but he is finding it problematic for him to go after the law clerk, and that's why he's fined him twice now for that.
All right, Laura, we'll be watching. Thank you.
Yep.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.